Have you ever started your day with a comforting bowl of oatmeal, feeling like you're making the best choice for your health? You're definitely not alone. Millions of us have grown up hearing that oatmeal is a breakfast champion, full of fiber, great for your heart, and a satisfying way to kickstart the day, especially as we get a little older. But what if the way you're preparing it might be quietly working against you, causing your blood sugar to spike, stressing your heart, and even clouding your memory over time? Let's uncover 3 common foods you might be adding to your oatmeal, everyday items hiding in your kitchen that could be turning your healthy breakfast into a hidden health risk. And, of course, I'll share some simple swaps to make it the nourishing meal it's meant to be. Let's get started with number 1, fruit juice, especially orange juice. Let's dive right into the first food you might want to reconsider adding to your morning oatmeal, fruit juice, particularly the ever-popular orange juice. I can almost hear the protests already, right? But wait, isn't orange juice healthy? It's packed with vitamin C, it's a breakfast staple. That's the story we've been told for generations, plastered across cereal boxes and TV commercials. Since the mid-20th century, orange juice has been marketed as the golden child of a nutritious breakfast, a refreshing way to kickstart your day with a burst of citrusy goodness. But here's where we need to peel back the layers and look at what's going on beneath that sunny exterior. When you eat a whole orange, you're getting a beautifully balanced package from nature. Yes, there's juice inside, full of natural sugars and vitamins, but it's bundled with fiber, a crucial, often overlooked component. That fiber acts like a gentle buffer, slowing down the release of those natural sugars into your bloodstream. It keeps your energy steady and prevents your body from being overwhelmed by a sudden rush of glucose. Now, contrast that with a glass of orange juice. When the fruit is juiced, all that beneficial fiber gets stripped away, left behind in the pulp that's discarded or filtered out. What you're left with is essentially a concentrated sugar bomb in liquid form. To put it in perspective, a single 8-ounce glass of orange juice can contain as much sugar as a can of soda, sometimes up to 20 to 25 grams, depending on the brand or how it's prepared. Now, let's think about what happens when you combine that sugary juice with a bowl of oatmeal. Oatmeal, while a wholesome and hearty choice, is a carbohydrate-rich food that your body breaks down into glucose. On its own, it provides a slow, steady release of energy, especially if you're choosing steel-cut or old-fashioned oats. But when you wash it down with a glass of orange juice, you're essentially doubling down on the glucose load. The result? A sharp, rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. This can catch even the healthiest of us off guard. For someone in their 20s, with a metabolism running like a well-oiled machine, the spike might feel like a fleeting burst of energy, quickly burned off. But for those of us over 60, or even approaching that age, our bodies aren't quite as forgiving. Our sensitivity to blood sugar fluctuations increases with age, and these spikes can set off a cascade of effects. First, there's the inevitable crash, that mid-morning slump where you're reaching for a second cup of coffee or wondering why you feel so drained. Then there's the inflammation, an internal fire that simmers quietly, triggered by these repeated sugar surges. Over time, this can contribute to insulin resistance, a condition where your cells become less responsive to insulin, forcing your pancreas to work overtime to keep blood sugar in check. This extra strain doesn't just stop at the pancreas, it ripples out to your heart, your blood vessels, and even your brain, potentially fogging your thinking or dampening your mood. If you're someone managing prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or high blood pressure, conditions that become more common as we age, the oatmeal and orange juice combo could be silently undermining your efforts to stay healthy. Picture this, you sit down to what feels like a virtuous breakfast, spooning up warm oats and sipping the tea juice, believing you're setting yourself up for success. But inside, your body's grappling with glucose overload, potentially leading to fatigue, stubborn belly fat, brain fog, or irritability by lunchtime. It's a sneaky betrayal masked as a wholesome meal. So, what's the smarter choice to pair with your oatmeal? Keep it simple and kind to your system. Water is your best bet hydrating without adding any extra baggage. If you prefer a warm sip, opt for herbal tea, think chamomile or peppermint, or a cup of black coffee. No sugar added to let the oats shine on their own. Craving that fruity flavor? Skip the juice entirely and reach for whole fruits instead. A handful of berries a circumflexuras, blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries a circumflexuras, or a few slices of apple bring natural sweetness and nutrients, but with the fiber intact to keep your blood sugar steady. Oatmeal isn't the villain here, and neither is orange juice in isolation. But together, they form a duo that's less harmonious than we've been led to believe. It's time to rethink that classic breakfast pairing and give your body the balance it truly deserves. If you're finding this helpful, leaving a comment below can let us know what resonates with you, and exploring more content on similar topics could bring even more insights. Now, let's move forward to number 2, flavored yogurt or sweetened milk. Now let's shift our focus to the second food you might want to stay clear of when enjoying your oatmeal, flavored yogurt or sweetened milk. This one might catch you by surprise, especially if you're someone who loves stirring a dollop of vanilla yogurt into your oats or drizzling in some sweetened almond milk to make everything creamier and more indulgent. It's a cozy, comforting ritual for many, particularly seniors who've spent years perfecting their breakfast routine. The taste is delightful, smooth, rich, maybe even a little nostalgic, and it feels like a wholesome upgrade to plain oats. But let's pull back the curtain and examine what's happening when you scoop in that strawberry yogurt or pour that honey-sweetened oat milk. Here's the catch: flavored yogurts, whether vanilla, blueberry, peach, or any other tempting variety, are often hiding a surprising amount of added sugar. Check the label next time you're at the store, and you might be shocked to see that a single 6-ounce serving can pack anywhere from 12 to 20 grams of sugar. To break that down, that's roughly 3 to 5 teaspoons of sugar in one little cup, more than you'd sprinkle on your oatmeal intentionally. Sweetened milk, especially plant-based ones like almond, oat, or soy milk, can be just as deceptive. They are marketed as healthy alternatives to dairy, with sleek packaging and buzzwords like natural or low-fat, but many brands sneak in sugar, artificial flavors, or thickeners to enhance the taste and texture. Some of these milks are so sweet they could double as dessert toppings. Now, let's connect the dots with your bowl of oatmeal. Oats are a carbohydrate powerhouse, breaking down into glucose to fuel your day. That's a good thing. Oats are packed with fiber and nutrients, making them a slow-burning energy source when eaten alone. But when you layer on flavored yogurt or sweetened milk, you're piling extra sugar onto an already carb-heavy meal. Your body doesn't see this as a gentle morning boost, it registers a full-on sugar assault. To cope, your pancreas pumps out a hefty dose of insulin to shuttle all the glucose out of your bloodstream. In the short term, you might feel a quick lift, followed by dippy circumflex euros hello 10 a.m. lethargy. But over weeks, months, or years, this pattern can stoke chronic inflammation, a state where your body is perpetually on edge, quietly stressing your systems. For older adults, this inflammation isn't just a minor annoyance, it's a serious player in the aging game. It's linked to aching joints that slow you down, brain fog that muddles your focus, restless nights that leave you groggy, and that frustrating midsection weight that won't budge no matter how many salads you eat. Worse still, chronic inflammation ups the ante on bigger risks: heart disease, memory decline, and even certain cancers. And if you're reaching for those healthy plant-based milks, don't be fooled by the hype. Unless the label says unsweetened, you might be sipping on something closer to a milkshake than a health food. So, what's the fix? You don't have to ditch the creamy texture you love, just swap out the sugary culprits. Try stirring in plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt instead. It's thick, satisfying, and loaded with protein to keep you full, all without the sugar overload. If yogurt's not your thing, a splash of unsweetened almond milk, coconut milk, or even regular cow's milk, if your stomach agrees, can do the trick. Just keep it minimal and pure. The goal is balance. Let the oats provide the carbs, add a touch of protein or healthy fat, and skip the hidden sugars that turn a good breakfast into a sneaky saboteur. Here's the bottom line: topping your oatmeal with flavored yogurt or sweetened milk might feel like an act of self-care, a little morning treat to brighten your day. But in reality, it's handing your body a sugar grenade disguised as nutrition. You deserve energy that lasts, not a roller coaster ride that leaves you drained before noon. Make this simple tweak and your breakfast can truly fuel you the way it's meant to. Number 3. Processed breakfast meats like bacon or sausage. And now we arrive at the third food you might want to steer clear of pairing with your morning oatmeal: processed breakfast meats, particularly classics like bacon and sausage. For so many of us, these meats carry a deep sense of nostalgia. Think of those lazy Sunday mornings when the kitchen filled with the irresistible sizzle and smoky aroma of bacon frying in a pan, or the hearty, spice scent of sausage links browning alongside a stack of pancakes. A few crispy strips of bacon or a plump sausage patty on the side of your plate might have once felt like the perfect finishing touch to a comforting breakfast spread. These foods don't just taste good, they evoke memories of family gatherings, cozy weekends, and meals that seem to warm you from the inside out. But here's the reality we need to face. Bacon and sausage fall into the category of processed meats, and that label comes with some serious implications for your health. Processed doesn't just mean cooked or prepared, it means these meats have been deliberately altered through curing, salting, smoking, or the addition of chemical preservatives to extend their shelf life and enhance their flavor. Most commercially available bacon and sausage are loaded with nitrates and nitrites, compounds used to maintain that appealing pinkish hue and ward off bacteria, along with excessive sodium and a cocktail of artificial additives. While these ingredients make the meat taste irresistible, they also introduce risks, particularly as we get older. Over time, these substances can trigger inflammation throughout the body, putting strain on your joints, organs, and circulatory system. You might be thinking, wait a minute, if I pair my oatmeal with bacon or sausage, doesn't that balance things out? I'm getting fiber and whole grains from the oats, plus a hearty dose of protein from the meat. Isn't that the recipe for a well-rounded meal? It's a fair assumption, and on the surface, it might seem like a winning combination. Oatmeal, after all, is a slow-digesting carbohydrate that provides steady energy, while bacon and sausage offer protein and fat to keep you full. But the truth is, this duo sends conflicting signals to your body, and not in a good way. Here's what happens. The carbohydrates in oatmeal break down into glucose, gently raising your blood sugar and providing fuel for your day. That's a good thing on its own. But when you add processed meats into the mix, the high sodium content, often exceeding 500 milligrams per serving in bacon or sausage, can spike your blood pressure almost immediately. Those nitrates and preservatives don't play nice either. They can stiffen your arteries, increase oxidative stress, and amplify inflammation in critical areas like your heart and brain. For older adults, this combination is especially risky. High sodium levels can lead to fluid retention, causing swelling in your legs or hands, and in those with existing heart conditions, it might even contribute to shortness of breath or chest discomfort. And the downsides don't stop there. When you kick off your day with processed meats, your body spends hours wrestling with the fallout, elevated blood pressure, sluggish energy levels, and unnecessary wear and tear on your cardiovascular system. To make matters worse, many breakfast sausages, especially the prepackaged or fast food varieties, sneak in hidden sugars alongside the salt, sometimes in the form of maple syrup flavoring or dextrose. So now you're not just overloading on sodium, you're also getting an unexpected sugar hit in a meal you thought was wholesome. Suddenly, that bowl of oatmeal loses its health halo, weighed down by companions that counteract its benefits. So, what's the alternative? If you're craving protein to round out your oatmeal, there are far kinder options for your body. Consider tossing in a small handful of chopped nuts, say circumflex cereals, walnuts, almonds, or pecans, for instance. They deliver protein and healthy fats that support your heart without jacking up your blood pressure. Another great choice is a dollop of natural peanut butter. Just check the label to ensure it's free of added sugars or oils. It melts into the oats, adding a creamy richness and a satisfying nutty flavor. Or, if you're in the mood for something savory, pair your oatmeal with a boiled egg on the side. It's simple, gentle on your system, and gives you that same sense of fullness without the hidden dangers lurking in processed meats. This isn't about swearing off bacon or sausage forever. Trust me, I get how much joy those flavors can bring. It's about understanding how these foods interact with your body, especially at a time in life when protecting your health feels more urgent than ever. You've earned the right to feel vibrant and strong, not just for this morning, but for all the mornings still to come. Making small, thoughtful swaps can help you hold on to that vitality without sacrificing the comfort of a delicious breakfast. Now that we've covered the foods you'd be wise to avoid pairing with oatmeal, let's turn the page to something more inspiring, the ingredients you should welcome into your bowl to elevate both its flavor and its nourishment. Oatmeal itself isn't a villain here, far from it. When you prepare it thoughtfully and team it up with the right companions, this humble grain transforms into a powerhouse meal that can fuel your body, lift your spirits, and set a positive tone for the entire day. It's not about restriction, it's about unlocking oatmeal's full potential with additions that love you back. 1. Berries, a natural boost for heart and brain. When it comes to ideal oatmeal partners, few fruits shine as brightly as berries. Think blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries. These little bursts of colour might seem unassuming, but don't let their size fool you. They're packed with nutrients that deliver outsized benefits, especially for those of us navigating the changes that come with age. Adding berries to your oatmeal isn't just a treat for your taste buds, it's a gift to your long-term well-being. Let's break it down. Berries are nature's antioxidant powerhouses. Antioxidants are like tiny defenders, shielding your cells from the wear and tear caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that build up from stress, environmental toxins, or simply the passage of time. As we age, our natural defenses against this damage weaken, leaving us more vulnerable to chronic conditions. That's where berries step in, offering a boost of protection that's both delicious and practical. Whether you're spooning up plump blueberries or tart raspberries, you're arming your body with tools to fight back against aging's less welcome effects. The star player in berries is a compound called anthocyanin, responsible for their vivid red, purple, and blue hues. Beyond making your bowl look beautiful, anthocyanins have been linked to some remarkable health perks. Research suggests they can sharpen memory, reduce inflammation, and strengthen your cardiovascular system. For older adults, this is gold. Studies even hint that regular berry eaters might lower their odds of developing Alzheimer's or other cognitive decline. Imagine that a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with strawberries isn't just a meal, it's a brain-boosting, heart-supporting ritual you can savor every day. Then there's the fiber factor. Unlike fruit juices that strip away the good stuff and leave you with a sugar bomb, whole berries bring natural sweetness and fiber to the table. That fiber slows digestion, preventing those sharp blood sugar spikes that can leave you jittery or tired, an especially big one if you're managing diabetes or insulin sensitivity. It also keeps hunger at bay, supports a healthy gut, and helps whisk away bad cholesterol over time. For seniors, this gentle, steady energy is a game changer, fueling you without weighing you down. Berries check all the right boxes. They're easy on the stomach, soft enough to chew comfortably, and low in calories, making them a light yet nutrient-dense choice. You don't need a heaping pile to reap the rewards. Half a cup of fresh or frozen berries stirred into your oats or sprinkled on top is plenty to make a difference. Frozen ones work just as well, by the way, and they are often more budget-friendly, with nutrients locked in at peak ripeness. So the next time you sit down with your oatmeal, reach for a handful of blueberries or a few sliced strawberries. It's a small, effortless step that feels like an act of kindness to your heart, your brain, and the years ahead. 2. Chia seeds, walnuts, and the power of healthy fats. Let's dive into a topic that deserves far more appreciation than it typically receives: healthy fats. For decades, society vilified anything associated with the word fat, leaving a lingering hesitation in many of us to embrace it, even in something as wholesome as a breakfast bowl. Yet the reality is undeniable: your body craves fat, particularly the good kind. These fats aren't just optional, they're essential for fueling your day and safeguarding vital systems like your heart, brain, and joints. When you elevate a humble serving of oatmeal with nutrient-rich additions like chia seeds or walnuts, you transform it from a basic meal into a powerhouse of sustained energy and long-term wellness. First, let's explore chia seeds, those tiny, unassuming specks that pack an extraordinary nutritional punch. Don't let their size fool you. A single tablespoon of chia seeds delivers an impressive trio of fiber, protein, and omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s, in particular, are a standout feature. These essential fats play a starring role in supporting cognitive health, reducing inflammation throughout the body, and bolstering cardiovascular function. Research shows they can help lower triglyceride levels, enhance blood flow, and even alleviate the joint stiffness that so many of us over 60 experience as a daily nuisance. Beyond that, chia seeds bring a practical benefit when stirred into warm oatmeal. They soak up the liquid and swell into soft, gel-like consistency that's gentle on the stomach. This added bulk supports healthy digestion, promoting regularity, a blessing as our digestive systems naturally slow with age. Now, let's shift our focus to walnuts, often hailed as nature's gift to brain health. These crinkly, golden brown nuts are a treasure trove of plant-based omega-3s, magnesium, and potent antioxidants. Studies suggest walnuts can sharpen memory, ease anxiety, and offer a shield against the cognitive decline that creeps in with age. Toss a handful of chopped walnuts onto your oatmeal, and you're not just enhancing texture with a satisfying crunch, you're giving your brain a morning wake-up call. This will thank you for it later. But the benefits don't stop there. The combination of protein and healthy fats in walnuts complements the carbohydrates in oats, creating a balanced meal that steadies blood sugar levels. This means no mid-morning energy slumps or gnawing hunger pangs an hour later. If walnuts aren't within reach, don't worry. Almonds, pecans, or a dollop of natural peanut butter, free of added sugars or hydrogenated oils, work just as well. The key is to keep it pure and close to nature for maximum benefit. Here's a vital truth to hold on to: fat is not the villain it's been made out to be. The right fats, like those from chia seeds and walnuts, are allies, providing the raw materials your body needs to repair itself, sharpen your thinking, and stay resilient as the years add up. Aging brings new demands. Our brains need nourishment, our hearts need protection, and our energy needs consistency. Healthy fats meet those demands in a gentle yet powerful way. So the next time you're spooning oatmeal into your bowl, consider stirring in a tablespoon of chia seeds or scattering a few walnut pieces on top. It's a small act with outsized rewards, sharper focus, sustained vitality, and a calm, steady launch into your day. 3. Cinnamon, the humble spice that balances blood sugar and tames inflammation. Now let's turn our attention to a quiet hero of the kitchen: cinnamon. It's not a show ingredient, nor does it demand much space in your pantry, but this warm, aromatic spice has been cherished for millennia, not just for its comforting flavor, but for its remarkable medicinal qualities. For older adults especially, a sprinkle of cinnamon in your morning oatmeal might be one of the simplest, most effective health boost you can adopt all week. It's a modest addition with modest benefits, quietly working behind the scenes to enhance your well-being. What makes cinnamon so extraordinary? It's loaded with potent plant compounds, including cinnamaldehyde, the source of a signature scent which delivers both anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. In practical terms, this means every dash of cinnamon helps your body combat the wear and tear of aging, oxidative stress, and chronic ailments. But cinnamon's real magic, particularly when paired with oatmeal, lies in its ability to stabilize blood sugar. Multiple studies have demonstrated that cinnamon enhances insulin sensitivity, helping your cells process glucose more effectively. Put simply, it prevents those sharp spikes and crashes in energy that can leave you dragging after breakfast. For anyone managing type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, or simply aiming to maintain steady energy as the day unfolds, this is a game changer. Aging makes us more vulnerable to sugar's effects. Foods we once tolerated without a second thought can now send our blood sugar soaring. Cinnamon steps in as a natural moderator, transforming your oatmeal into a meal that's not just soothing, but strategically smart. Plus, it offers a delightful bonus. Its inherent warmth and subtle sweetness can reduce your reliance on added sugars. Why reach for brown sugar, honey, or maple syrup when a pinch of cinnamon brings flavor and satisfaction on its own? For those of us keeping an eye on sugar intake, that's a victory worth savoring. You don't need much to reap the rewards. Just a quarter to half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon stirred into your oats does the trick. Pair it with sliced apples or a scattering of raisins, and you've got a naturally sweet, cozy combination that feels indulgent without derailing your goals. And here's a lovely thought to carry with you: cinnamon's impact far exceeds its simplicity. It nurtures your heart, steadies your blood sugar, aids digestion, and may even offer a buffer against memory loss over time, an outcome we all hold dear as we age. So tomorrow morning, when you're preparing your oatmeal, reach for the cinnamon jar. See it not merely as a spice, but as a small healing gesture to your future self, a step toward vitality, one fragrant sprinkle at a time. Today, we talked about oatmeal, not just as a warm bowl of comfort, but as a foundation, a starting point, and a way to care for your heart, your mind, and your energy. We looked at the common mistakes people make, sometimes without even realizing it, and we explored some simple, powerful shifts, like adding berries, chia seeds, or cinnamon, that can turn your breakfast into a real act of self-care. And here's the most important part: you do not have to change everything overnight. Real health is not about perfection, it is about awareness, about small, meaningful changes made with intention. That is how we build a better, stronger, more peaceful life, one thoughtful choice at a time. Well, there you have it, everything you need to know about making your oatmeal the healthiest, most nourishing start to your day. We've uncovered the surprising ways common pairings like orange juice, flavored yogurt, and processed meats can work against your body, and we've explored simple, powerful additions like berries, chia seeds, and cinnamon that can boost your heart, brain, and energy instead. So tell me, what have you learned today that surprised you or made you rethink your breakfast? I'd love to hear from you. Please drop a comment below this video with one thing you've learned and plan to put into practice in your life. Your insights might just inspire someone else too. If you'd like to see more content like this, stay tuned for future updates that could help you on your journey. Thanks for watching.